What's up, my dudes? My name is Sister Turley, and in this video, I'm just going to be talking about the water physics in Forza 6, so it's pretty crazy, man. I just had to shout this game out because they got that dialed in, bro. Like, the water on this game is incredible. I'm telling you, this is one of the, if not the best water, in a car racing kind of games I've ever rode on before, so it's pretty cool, man. Like, it's perfect. I don't know how you would get any better. I mean, this game already has so many simulation aspects to it, but when you add the water on certain tracks, it's crazy, dude. And I've not played this game in at least a year, I think, so it's definitely been a while. Maybe not a year, but definitely like 6-7 months, so don't hate on my skills right now. They're not going to be too hot, but let me try to get back on the track. Oh my gosh. I've not even played a car racing game in forever, so I don't know why I wanted to come back and show you guys this, but a lot of you guys have probably played this by now. It's not like a new game anymore, but man, I just had to show this off because it's incredible. Just the water puddles and it's just so perfect on how, I don't know, man, like that, like they finally got it figured out, like as far as the car racing on water, it makes so much sense how there's like certain water puddles in certain sections of the track, and you got little, it's not just it looks like there's water there. Like there's certain sections that have puddles, and if you hit those certain puddles, then it's going to give you more of a slick hydroplaning kind of reaction, and it feels identical to hydroplaning in a real car. Trust me, I've done it. So it's identical to that. Like you just feel like you're at a total loss of control when you hit the water. So it's awesome, man. I mean, it's incredible. And when you get in first person, it's pretty sick too, and I'll do that here in a second. But yeah, definitely don't hate on my skills right now. I just bought this Skyline right here and tuned it all the way out to like max everything. So I've never even drove this car before with the current setup on it, so just trying to make a video, man, something a little different. That's what I was planning on doing. So back when I first got this game, I was planning on making a ton of videos on it, but you just kind of get caught up sometimes into making the same videos over and over, so that's something I'm really trying to change on this channel and making some different stuff, man. I mean, I'll continue to do the motocross stuff, but I'm trying to do some different stuff for sure. So whoa, I used to be really good at Forza 5, I think it was. Man, it seems like they make one of those every year now. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I used to be good at Forza 5, and then, like I was really good on this track with the fastest car on the game, and I had that all figured out. Like, I don't even know what the e-brake is on this right now, but they're definitely two different games. The 5 and the 6, Forza 5 and 6, are two totally different games. So, like, even the same track and the same car, I can't ride the same, drive the same, I should say, in this game as I could on Forza 5. Like, I had that sucker dialed in, fastest lap times, some crazy stuff like that. And but if I got in the same car, same track, same everything, on Forza 6 that I'm not as used to, it's totally different. Like, the tracks are more narrow, it's just a totally different style of game. So, but this is the wet version of that track I was really good on back in the day, but man, you could get up to like it's like 200 miles an hour on a few sections on this track with the fastest car in the game, and it was pretty crazy. But I don't know the fastest car in this game. That was just back in Forza 5. But as you can see, I mean, even in third person, it's got all the water on the screen, and that is sick, man. I had to shout this game out. I just had to, because this is something I was impressed by the first time I seen it. Like, this is stuff you put in a new game, like a big element to it like this. You don't just keep doing the same stuff over and over. Like, it's cool to see that they actually put in something extremely different. That's what makes a game cool. Like, don't change it too much as far as actual gameplay. Don't go in there and make a drastic gameplay change that no one's going to like, but putting in different features that are cool and interesting that make sense. Like, that's what you're supposed to do with a new video game. Seems like a lot of these new companies just can't figure that out for some reason. But yeah, man, I just bought this Skyline right here. It's the first one I had in this game, and tuned it all the way out, dude. So it's a little peppy for my skill level at the moment, but just because I've literally not played this game in forever. But I'm trying to control it a little bit here. Oh, I'm gonna hit the wall. Yeah, damage the car up a little bit, but I mean, it's got like racing tires, racing everything. I didn't actually change the engine out, but I upgraded all the stuff on the current engine, so I don't know if that was really better or worse, but I think it's, I don't know. I didn't want to change the engine because then you get into like, it kind of does weird stuff where you're trying to tune it and all that crap. I really didn't want to have to deal with that, so I just went in there and upgraded the stock engine on it. So, and I left the standard blue color, kind of looks like Paul Walker's blue skyline. I think it was in the 4th movie or something like that. Pretty cool skyline. It's not the one he had in the 2nd Fast and Furious, but you can actually buy that car in this game, all like Paul Walkered out and everything. It's like a DLC pack. It's like a Fast and Furious DLC pack. That was pretty cool, but this one right here looks pretty much identical to the one he had in the 4th movie, I think. I get confused on those too. There's so many of them now, but I don't know if it's like the 4th or the 5th. I'm pretty sure it's the 4th one, but yeah, I'm just cruising around the track, man. Not doing anything too crazy, and I don't have any of the super simulation like physics on right now, so it's fairly arcadey, just so I could get around the track a little bit. But if I really put the time in, I could probably get pretty good at it. But just chilling out, man. Wanted to make a different kind of video, so that's what I did. Let me see if I can get in first person and not die on this. Oh, I busted out a tail light. That's a good reason to go in first person. If I can figure out how to do it just like this, okay. So you can see, I mean, look at the raindrops on the windshield. That is incredible. I mean, just incredible. This is awesome. And it's cool when they can make a game that it's super arcadey if you want it to be, but it can also be so much simulation that it's basically a car racing simulator. That's pretty much what Forza is. So that's awesome, man. And I've always enjoyed the series, and I don't know when the next one's coming out or if it's out, or I have no idea. But the 7, I guess it would be, but it'd be cool to see. Definitely keep this rain style in there forever. This needs to be in every car racing game. They've probably tried to do it before, but I don't think it's ever been this good. I mean, this is pretty incredible, man. Like, just in the first person camera, that is so realistic with the windshield wipers. That's crazy, man. I don't know what I'm doing on this track, so I'm just kind of randomly going around the track here. Okay, yep, spinning out. All right. But yeah, just how realistic they've gotten this game over time, with just how the tires meld to the track in the corners, and just the way the brakes feel, and they've definitely got this game franchise figured out. Like, it's pretty realistic as far as how a car feels, but once you add the water into it, it's like a whole nother level. So I think that's awesome, because that's so cool that they would take the time to go in there and put like water puddles in all those spots, and really put a feature in like that. Most of the time, especially companies that release a lot of games, kind of like a Call of Duty, they're not changing like aspects like that. They just go in there and make something a little different. They won't add a really cool aspect to that. So I don't know. It's just cool, man, to finally see something like different, a little bit different in the gaming industry. Not just the same, a little bit of different, but still the same at the same time. It's a tricky balance they've got to figure out, but that's kind of a whole nother video. So, whoa, getting a little crazy. I know whenever you start to really tune a car in this game, it gets really tricky to drive, especially as a beginner, kind of like I am right now. It gets very tricky because a lot of these cars are not really made to have a lot of like tuning and really high performance parts on them, because it's not like a Formula One or anything like that. It's more of a, like, I don't know how to explain it, but they don't really have the handling and the braking power of more of a Formula One Indy car that, you can really handle those cars at a high speed. But when you go in here and like just tune out a street car, it's kind of hard to get around the corners and stuff without just flying right past them. So you got to be really careful of that. But it would help if I played this game at least more than once a year. But other than that, that's kind of a little, whoa, right there, the water about took me out. Oh, I'm riding in the grass. Okay, yep. What would really be cool, and this is just kind of an idea throwing out there, is if they had a Forza that was kind of like a dirt mixed in with it as well. They had dirt tracks, rally cars. That would make this game go to the more than top, man. That would be incredible. But I know Forza's always kind of stuck with more street elements, but that would be sick to have some dirt tracks and stuff, just to have like jumps and different stuff. I'm always thinking about dirt tracks and jumps and stuff, but the street element's cool too. Like, I can enjoy and respect like street racing, because there's a whole nother style to it. Even though there's not really any jumps, there's a whole nother level of how you corner, and like it's cool. I can definitely get into stuff like that. That's a whole different style of racing. So but yeah, man, I'm telling you, if you've not ever played Forza 6, I know there's a ton of them, so you can easily get confused and forget that there's a Forza 6. You might have played Forza 4 or 3 and then kind of left the series, but I'm telling you, Forza 6 is definitely worth. It's got a ton of, whoa, hydroplaning at a high speed here. Dang, I'm about to go 200 right here, but Forza 6 definitely pretty solid because it's got a lot of tracks on it. That's a really big aspect to these games. Got a ton of tracks, but also the whole water feature and all that, and your tracks feel way more realistic. They're narrow and I don't know, they just have more of a real feeling to them. But like Forza 5 is cool and like got some cool cars and the graphics look really good and stuff, but there's not a whole lot of tracks on Forza 5. I'm pretty sure that's the one that doesn't have a lot of tracks, so that was kind of a big downside of that game. I mean, if you don't have a lot of tracks, and you know, it gets old quick no matter what else you have in the game. So, but like this game, there's like this track right here has a sunny version, it has a night version, it has a rainy version, it has a, you know what I'm saying? Like there's been a lot of work put into this game, so it's really cool, man. So anyways, beat up the skyline a little bit there, but appreciate all of you watching these videos, and I'll keep on making them.